Hey honey badgers, feeling a little bit better today. So I thought I would do this quick little video on how I do the simulated rain. I think I mentioned this in one of the last videos, haul videos I did, either one of the umbrella ones or water feature ones. I'll have to look back and see which one it was and link it down below. But in one of those, or a couple of those, I mentioned that I use Diamond Dotz metallic drills. There we go, now we're on camera. For simulating rain because, let's see if I got the right one here. No, that's not the right one. So all of these L spaces you see here, they're meant to be 159, which on my on my listing I have it listed as 159 dark, just because I think I've also mentioned this in past videos where after you start to accumulate a number of spare drills, you start to see variations in shades. So you'll get a number of drills that technically have the same DMC code, but because of the dye lot they were made in, they can have shade variations. So I've gotten to where I start tagging them now, whether they're 159 light, 159 dark, 159 middle, so that as I get more and more spares, I can put them to their closest match possible. So in my spares, I had 159 dark, which actually matched the 159 that came with this kit. And I'm actually working on a different blue shades canvas that'll come up in a completion reel pretty soon that also had 159. So I just combined the two, so I have plenty for that next drill or that next canvas coming up. But I was going to say, if you look at this, you know, the 159, I'll give you a close-up of the background. The background bulk is 160 bluish gray kind of tone. And so if you put this up next to it, it still works. Like, you're still going to be able to see it and determine that that's supposed to be raindrops in the background. But when I do rain canvases, I just like it to pop out more. So back several canvases ago at this point, I tested one and started using silver metallics in place of rain, and it started working out so well that it became my favorite method to pop out what are supposed to be raindrops and simulate that look of when it's falling and it lands on things and it's all shiny. So far, the best I can get with that look is from a silver metallic. So I put a few in just so you can see the effect we're going for. And there was also a darker, it was either, I forget what it was. It's marked as 161, so it's still kind of in that blue-gray family on the blade here, those couple little dots. So I thought with that one, I'm going to use a lighter silver on the rain area, but I thought on the blade area I would use this darker, slightly darker metallic. So you see this one is more of like a pure silver look, kind of like almost like a bright platinum look, and then this one is more of like that gunmetal gray look. So a lot of times I tend to use those next to each other because they reflect off of each other well. So the couple little E's here, I put those in. And then when I was looking at it earlier, I saw that's the only two places that are specifically marked for that color, but I thought I would add just a few extra in around here. Again, just to give it a little bit of breakup. So you can see, oops, not there. That's trying to differentiate between the blade and the background. Put one over here. Oh, I also changed this color on the goose face here. Originally it was plotted this, what I consider kind of like an Easter pink, which I thought was a little bit odd for this particular canvas, because this darker color here, it's supposed to simulate, like, you know, when a guy is wearing a wide brim hat, or, you know, girl, I guess. If you're wearing a wide brim hat, like a fedora, something like that, that it creates that shadow over the face, especially on a dark, rainy night, like in this goose noir, as I called it. It's supposed to create that shadow, and I just thought this one was a little too bright to create that shadow effect, so I just went into my spares found, again, what I marked as 3778 dark and just made it a little bit darker tone. The rest of the beak I kept as graft, but I'll show you the color difference. This is what was originally plotted, and then this is what I changed it to, just to create a little bit better of that shadow effect. And I gotta straighten this out just a little bit before I seal it. But yeah, I thought I would do this last little bit on camera here so that you can see what I'm talking about the next time I mention, actually I think I'll move that one up there. The next time I mention, you know, when I use the metallics as rain feature, rain simulant, I guess, you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about a little bit closer up. And these are, these came in a Diamond Dotz. I think they call them like a sample pack or something like that. They come in these containers like this. I think originally I got these at Michael's. I don't know how often Michael's carries them, because when I bought them, they were actually on a clearance rack. And I scooped a bunch of them up because they were like half price at the time. But I have discovered they're also on Walmart.com for a pretty reasonable price. So if they're still over there, I will link that down below if you want to try this method. But yeah, I thought I would do this real quick. I'll turn it this way. Oh, actually, one second, now that I'm looking at this. All right, let me make a mid change here. I just saw that this area here is actually not part of the background, not part of the blade, it's actually part of the duck. So for that, I think what I'm going to do, just so it kind of flows nicely, is I'm just going to change those to white ABs. These are also Diamond Dotz brands. They come in a different variation pack, which I will try to see if I can find this variation pack also on the Walmart site. I don't know if they have this one as much. Be good to find, because I'm kind of running low myself. So be good to know if they have that in stock. I think when I've seen them on Walmart.com, they tend to run somewhere in the $9 to $11 range, and I think it's like a 5-bottle pack when you get them, and they're all slightly different shades. So this one came in like a bright ABs one. So just while we're here talking about it, I don't know if I have them all up in here. Oh no, I do. Okay, so the bright ABs pack, or I'm not sure what they titled this one, but I just think of them as the brights one. In that pack, you get these colors. Get a bright yellow, kind of a spring bright green, a bright blue, and then this sort of coral orange color, dark coral orange color, which I use this one in a lot of stuff. And then you'll get a container of white AB, and this isn't a 5200 white. This is closer to what is it, the 3865? I think that's what it's called. It's that little bit softer, more standard white you see in a lot of kits. So yeah, took care of that. And I put in the darker gunmetal one, so I can move that out of the way. Okay, now we can get to the other parts. So you can see this process come together real quick. So yeah, I'm gonna, I guess I can straighten these out a little bit as I go. But I'll go back in with the big boy flattener. So yeah, if you saw my community post last night, yeah, I'm still trying to straighten it out a little bit, but I am feeling better after I took a little bit of, you know, vitamin boost stuff and all that. Go in with the multi-placer here for this part. And I took the vitamins and probiotics a little bit earlier in the day, and then when I was getting especially tired and getting ready to go to bed, I decided I don't use sleeping aids a whole lot, but last night felt like it called for it. And originally I was digging around in my medicine shelf trying to find my melatonin bottle. Couldn't find the melatonin, but in the process stumbled upon a box of NyQuil tabs that I forgot I had. Not the cold and flu ones, you know, the standard night ones. I think they're purple color. I don't remember. I think the cold and flu NyQuil ones tend to be like that dark greenish blue color, but these ones I took were like dark purple. So yeah, took a dose of that last night and finally got like a level of deep sleep that I haven't felt in a while. Assisted, but it, like I said, it felt like it was needed last night because yeah, it's kind of funny because like from what I understand, it seems like me having chronic anemia and what my doctors just at this point refer to as vitamin malabsorption because they can't figure out how else to describe it or fix it. It just, from all my testing, it looks like for whatever reason, my body just burns through vitamin levels that it would normally pick up from food and everything. It just burns through it crazy quick. And when I take supplements and stuff, I do get that like burst of help, but then my body seems to burn through it again. So I go through these periods of just what they refer to as malabsorption because they don't know what causes it necessarily, specifically. They don't know like what black hole of my body it seems to be falling into. They don't know how to cure it. So I just have to sort of rely on trying to figure out how to fix it myself, and then every so often when it gets bad enough, I gotta do the shot process, which I don't love because I've had to do that a few times now, and it's not fun. It does work, but it's not fun. But if you haven't gone through that, it's where the doctor has you come in basically every 2 weeks, and they give you this basically like a powerhouse shot of vitamins in your arm. And then whenever I've had that done, I go through a day or two of feeling really weird, kind of not entirely out of body, but I just feel kind of loopy. Like, I don't know, I guess it's because your body is in deficiency and then you get this supercharge of stuff it's been lacking for a long time. So I guess it's just that process of your body being like, whoa, what the hell? And it's weird and it's tiring. And, you know, who wants to be on the routine of having to go to the doctor's office every couple weeks? It just makes you feel worse in a way, even though, you know, you're doing it to get yourself better. But I try to stay away from that as long as possible, but I've already had to go through that a few times. And I'm trying not to do that again, but I don't know. They can't figure out how to fix it entirely, so sometimes I don't have a choice. But yeah, I did the whole sleep and repair best I can last night, and I'm feeling better. So I thought I would do a little video here. Straighten this out, nothing wrong. And do this side here. But yeah, I started doing this metallic version just because, you know, I thought it gave it just a little bit more of that wow feeling to things. And, you know, why not jazz up even these little mini ones? See, check that out. Is that showing up on camera? And, you know, these little ones are good to practice with. I know there are some diamond painters out there that are not so much into these little ones, but, you know, if you're just starting out, or even if you've been doing it for a while, but maybe you're kind of more of a standard diamond painter traditionally, and you're used to just doing what's plotted, but maybe you get a little bit of a curiosity to experiment a little bit. These are pretty good for that. If you have a technique or maybe like a color combination you want to try, I would say try to find one of these little ones that, you know, typically online they tend to only run a few bucks. Well, they used to. Who knows what stuff's gonna look like now with all the trade tariffs and stuff, right? But typically they tend to only be a few dollars. So if you want to experiment and you don't like it, then it can just be one of those things that you just put away in your minis binder or whatever binder you have for your canvases, and you can just look at it every so often and be like, oh yeah, lesson learned. Okay, I didn't like that technique. Or if you try it and you're like, oh wow, that looks really cool, you're gonna have the confidence to take that into bigger canvases that maybe you spent a little bit more money on, but you'll have your little one to reassure you, hey, it's gonna look fine. Either way, you're gonna know for your personal style what you like and what you don't like, and what you feel confident doing. So yeah, that's just something to think about. If you've wanted to get a little bit creative but nervous about messing up a bigger canvas, try finding one of these mini ones that, you know, maybe only run you a couple bucks. A lot of times you can also find them on deals through Amazon. I think that one I just showed recently that I finished, the Highland Cow mini, I think it's running like something, I don't know, I haven't checked it in a few days, but I think here recently it was running around $8. But when I bought it, I think it was on one of those limited deals where it was like down to 4 or something. And I snatched that one up, and that one I think I mentioned in the short. I think I can't remember if I put it in the short or if I put a note on the community tab where I said that I had added ABs to the flower garland on the cow's head, but said that the ABs didn't come with the kit, that was something I had decided to do. And I think that was only like maybe, I don't know, handful of drills, 5-10 drills that I added in there. So that's what I'm saying, is like you can mess around with these little ones if you're a little bit nervous at first to do them on bigger ones. And even if you put it down and you don't like it, usually it's not that bad or that difficult to pop them off. I mean, sometimes it takes a little bit of work, but usually it's not that difficult to pop off a drill and put in something you like, or go back to what was originally drilled if you think that you actually do like what was plotted a little bit better. You can make those choices. So yeah, I think that's all of the rain spots on this one. So this one looks like it's all done. But yeah, before I do the completion reel on this one, I thought I would give you a close-up view of what this ends up looking like when you put the metallics in. It just gives it a little bit more dimension. So yeah, that is Noir Goose all done. So I'm just going to straighten this out just a little bit more in some of the spots that are a little bit, you know, wavy that are bugging me. And then I'm going to seal it, do the completion reel. I will probably upload the completion reel first and then link it down below in case you don't see the upload for the completion reel. It'll be down below if you want to check that out. So thanks for watching, thanks for stopping by, and we will talk soon. Bye guys.